Hi, friends. Good evening from Dubai and good morning, good afternoon, whichever part of the world you are. So, today I would like to start my session with wishes for Janmashtami. Today is birthday of Lord Krishna. So, happy Janmashtami to everyone, whoever is following. And I thought there cannot be a better day to share about thoughts. And then I was thinking about this book, which is book of wisdom. This is not a religious book. This is a book of wisdom, Bhagavad Gita. And there is very principal message it gives, and which I learned from my mentor Bob Proctor. I learned from, you can say, Bhagavad Gita, but then I understood by working with Bob Proctor. And that is, thoughts become things, or we become what we think about. Now, how this happens? Now, to learn that, you need to understand what mind is and how mind works. So, if you read my post and the description I had given, our mind is like a charioteer and body is like a chariot. Now, chariot will be driven by the charioteer. If you see this picture, Lord Krishna is a charioteer and this is chariot. Now, the way he drives, this moves. So, same thing with our body. Our body moves, our body takes action based on the command comes from the mind, and mind works on thoughts. So that's why it says we become what we think about. Our thoughts become things. Think and Grow Rich. Now, if you are familiar with this book, Think and Grow Rich, which is considered as one of the best book on success. Now, this book, it says Think and Grow Rich. It's not only about growing rich in terms of material wealth. It's in terms of mental wealth, emotional wealth, spiritual wealth, overall well-being. How you can take control of your life by just thinking, thinking right. See, everybody wants well-being. Everybody wants life with abundance, prosperity. But unfortunately, what happens? Unconsciously, 95% people, their thoughts are based on something which they don't want. Lack and limitation, poverty, lack of skills, challenges, problems, uh, ill health, all those things, those thoughts are running in our mind. And unconsciously, we are planting those seeds. So, every thought we think are seeds. And when those thoughts become dominating thoughts, continuously we are thinking most of the time in the day, the time we wake up and we go to bed, and if we are having dominating thoughts of worry and doubt, we are planting those seeds, and those seeds we keep nurturing with that environment. So I will share something which I learned from my mentor Bob Proctor, and it has changed my results, it changed my understanding. So if I ask you, think about your childhood days. Think about your school. Think about your school friends. Think about teachers. Think about your parents. Think about your home in your country. Or if you are in a home, think about your office, your colleagues, your bosses, your clients. The last holiday destination you went. Immediately you will notice that picture starts coming in. So that proves that we think in pictures, we think with mind. So, how mind works? If thoughts are created in mind, how mind works? Now, that is the source. Unless we don't address at source, what happens? We address symptoms. Like, say, suppose somebody is having fever, goes to doctor, and doctor gives medicines for symptoms. Now, symptoms will be addressed and the problem will be temporarily resolved. But if suppose source is not addressed, and same thing with our mind, thoughts are source. Now, to make it easy to understand, because when we understand, knowledge is not enough. Now, everybody knows that we need to think positive. But is positive thinking enough? Is positive think the only thing which will change your results? No. It's a starting. Yes, it helps. But if only positive thinking, but if you are not changing your beliefs, if you are not changing your emotions, if you are not changing your programming, there will be something called knowing and doing gap. And only knowledge is not enough unless it is implemented. So there is a say, I was listening from one of my mentors, that makeup and knowledge both are good when it is applied. Only knowledge, maybe conventional education knowledge, maybe you have taken some trainings, maybe you have seen some videos on YouTube, maybe you have read book, but all those knowledge remains as information. It remains as information in our conscious mind. So we need to understand the mind. As I told, we think with mind, we think in pictures. So what is the picture of mind? Unless you don't have that picture and the flow, how thoughts become things, it will be difficult to consciously think what you want. So let me, like, this is the picture I learned from my mentor. So Bob Proctor was, his all entire learning, education was based on this. This is called stick person. Now if you see, this looks like a human being. Head and everything below head is your body. So this is mind, this body. If you see, mind is much bigger compared to body. Upper half of this, so imagine that this is your head, is your mind, and draw a line from your ear to ear, and imagine that upper half is conscious mind, this is subconscious mind, and this is body. Now body is like chariot. Whatever command comes from the mind in form of thoughts, this will move. So this mind is where your information, whatever you read, whatever you study, whatever you have learned remains here. But if your results are not changing, what will happen? It will bring frustration, it will bring disappointment, it will make angry, it will give you jealousy, all those things happens. And why I'm telling you? Because I have gone through that. When in 2011, I learned that there is something called financial freedom, and when I am financially free, I will have better life. So I decided to learn from the master, Robert Kiyosaki, to learn about financial freedom. I learned 18 months training I took from Robert Kiyosaki and his team. And till 2015 December, my result didn't change. So financial freedom, if you know, it's very simple but not easy. Financial freedom is when your passive income is more than monthly expenses, you are financially free. But what was happening? That information remained here. And my actions were as per my employee mentality, comfort zone, old belief system. So there was something called knowing and doing gap. Now, this part, conscious mind, connects us with our outside world. So these antennas, what you see, these are our five senses: see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Yeah. And this is how we are connected with our outside world. You are receiving this information using your two senses. You can see me and you can hear me through technology. Even though I am sitting remotely, I am not in front of you physically, but I am reaching to you using your two senses and with leveraging technology. And this information goes in your conscious mind. And then if you resonate with this, you will feel that it makes sense. Our education system didn't teach us anything about mind and money. Two things I started learning at the age of 49. Now I'm 56. It's more than 7 years I'm learning this information, but this information has changed my life. Since 4 years, I left my job. I opted freedom. Now, if I can do it, you can do it. I don't want to impress you. I want to impress upon you. And working on mind, taking control of your thoughts, you can change your life. So, thoughts are like seeds. Now, okay, I will use this probe. Say, imagine that this is a mango seed, which is your dream of financial freedom. Now, this is the place where your dream, your wish, your wants, all this comes, idea comes from conscious mind. Now, you see me, and then you will be inspired. That's what I want to do. I want to inspire people. I want to influence them. I want to impact their life by spreading the right information, which is not taught in conventional education, but which is essential. You cannot choose to remain ignorant and be financially free. It will not happen. It might take years or decades. Now, if you want to wait for that long, it's your choice. But I made a decision to learn from the masters. So, this is the seed, mango seed. Now, This has potential to become mango tree, but only when I make a decision to plant, and then when I plant in the right soil. Now, if I go to desert or on the seashore and I plant there, do you agree that it will not grow? Every day, if I go there, every day I water, every day I fertilize, it will not grow because it's not planted in the right environment. Same thing with your dream. Unless it is not planted in subconscious mind, nothing will happen. Subconscious mind has no ability to reject, but you have to make these as your dominating thoughts and want and burning desire. Now, when it is planted here, but imagine that you have a garden, you have a farm, and in that farm, nothing was planted before. So, do you agree that there will be weeds? So, when you don't plant anything, there will be unwanted weeds. And you will remove those weeds, you will prepare the ground. Same thing with our subconscious mind. You have to prepare this ground, you have to remove those weeds, you have to remove those self-limiting beliefs. And self-limiting beliefs like, I'm introvert, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at managing money, I'm not good a public speaker. Now this was all my weeds, why I'm telling you. I don't know what are your weeds, what are your self-limiting beliefs, but I'm talking about my self-limiting beliefs. I was an engineer, so my thoughts were only logical. I never studied this kind of things, and my belief system was limited. So when I have started changing my belief system, I have started removing those weeds. I have started nurturing this dream with faith, absolute faith, no doubt. If even 1% doubt and 99% faith, it will kill that seed. Imagine that you planted this mango seed in the right soil, and every day if you open, every day you check whether it is growing or no. Do you agree that you are killing that seed, you are killing that dream? And this is what happened with our dream. When we lose patience, then we are programmed to have plan B. If this doesn't work, go to next. If that doesn't work, go to next. And we keep on changing our goals. It doesn't work that way. Imagine Thomas Edison. He has failed 10,000 times inventing light bulb. Now what if he would have given say 50th attempt or 100th attempt? Same thing with Wright brothers. They failed 500 times to invent flying. What if they would have given up that, okay, no, it is, as we are not given wings, we cannot fly. So you need to faith. Even though you don't have resources, even though you don't have skills. So when I made a decision to do what I am doing today, I had zero skills. I never coached anybody. I didn't know what this subject is, what mind is, what universal laws are. But that didn't stop me because my mentor was with me. Now you can see picture behind me, Bob Proctor. Unfortunately, he's passed away, but he's spiritually available. What I am talking, it means he's talking through me. He's there. He has left legacy. And I met him. I learned from him. Being me as an engineer, I never thought I can write. I never thought I can be author. But then I became author. You can say this is my book. So, overcome your self-limiting beliefs. Think what you want instead of keep thinking about what you don't want. Think from prosperity and abundance instead of thinking from lack and limitation. Think from wealth instead of poverty. You have a choice. But what happens if you are not controlling here? You have no control this part. If this seed of thoughts is planted here, if it is a negative thought of worry and doubt, it will become fear, frustration, anger, jealousy, guilt, resentment, all those things. Now if you are going through any one of them or all of them, learn what to think, how to think, what is mind. Now you have two choices, either remain ignorant or take control. Learn it, raise your awareness. What you want is already available in the world, it's already created, and it is available in one form or another form. Now maybe it's not available in the same form, but it is available, it is already, creation has happened. Certain things, creation has happened. And when you have that faith, you will do with understanding, but then comes right actions. You cannot just control your thoughts, have right feeling, but not take action. But when you have right feeling, When you have feeling of faith instead of fear, your body will act according to that. Your body will have different actions, right actions to take you in the direction of your goal. Now, this information may be new for you. So I say, don't accept everything, whatever I say, but don't reject. Consider it. Do some study, invest some time, invest some money, and then you will see the shift is happening. So this is how thoughts become things. You think, or we think, thoughts turns into emotions, feelings, and those feelings will drive our body. So if you are thinking worry and doubt, we'll have emotions of fear, frustration, anger, jealousy, guilt, resentment. That is the only outcome will happen if your thoughts are of worry and doubt. And then you will have anxiety on body as a vibration. Nobody loves to express anxiety. You will suppress it. Suppression turns into depression. Depression turns into disease. Your body will not be at ease. That will turn into disintegration. And that's why remaining ignorant about this law, thoughts become things. When you gain knowledge, it comes by study. Learn from mentors. I made a choice to go to Bob Proctor. I traveled US and Canada almost 8 to 9 times during last 7 years. I made a decision, I want to learn this. And I want to change, influence other people's life. But first I have impacted my life. If I am not financially free, I cannot tell you to become financially free. So I made a decision to build my financial freedom first. It happened. And now I can teach you. I can show you how you can create and design your life. The life which we all deserve. We all deserve a better life. We all deserve a life with freedom of choice. We deserve life with mental well-being, emotional well-being, physical well-being, financial well-being. And that makes overall well-being. But unfortunately, as we don't have answer, we don't know how, we don't take action. So when I made a decision to become consultant with Bob Proctor, and I had no skills, I was sitting with him. I says, Bob, I don't know how to teach. I don't know about this subject. And he says, during these last 4 days, which I was working with him in Canada, he says, you only need to know what. How is not your worry. You don't have to worry about how. How will show up. And when I connect the dots in reverse, last 7 years, every time that how has shown up. In terms of my public speaking skills, in terms of my online skills, in terms of my business skills, in terms of confidence, everything. Now I don't say it was easy journey, but it was worth. Think what you want instead of thinking what you don't want. That's all the message is. Hope this was useful. Hope this was resonated with you. I would suggest take control of your life. Learn how to think. Learn about your mind. It's your own mind. Every move we make comes from our mind. But if you don't know about mind, maybe you are unconscious competence of few things, you are getting good results, but you can always get better results. And it is not only your results. When you learn, you can inspire people around you. You can influence them. You can impact many lives. And that's what a purpose we are placed on this planet. Put comments. If you feel that this resonates with you, share with others. That's all. This is Deepak Badra. I'm an alignment coach. I'm author and certified consultant with Bob Proctor's company. And I want to influence at least 1 million lives till the time I'm on this planet. You can be one of them. Thank you. And have a great day, great week, and great life. Take care.